So you're not gonna believe this. We did an awesome fix job on the GoPro mount, and then 1 week later, the clamp that shuts the GoPro broke.
So it still clamps down. This is just a buckle on the top that clamps down, but then this spot is supposed to be attached, and then it just broke in half, like that.
All right, what's the plan today, Atua?
Well, we're gonna go to the beach. We're gonna take 3 boards, and like 2, maybe 3 of them are gonna be boards that I've actually never surfed before. And I'm gonna try them all out, maybe surf them for like 15 to 20 minutes and see how they feel, because it is good to try out different surfboards.
Just want to let you guys know, like when we come up with these training things, sometimes this is like the first time we do it. We don't really train we're not like hardcore training for competition. We just like to kind of be creative and train for just whatever.
Okay, so I'm gonna surf 3 different boards today, and first I'm gonna go out and surf my main board, which is a 5'4". This is like kind of like a more of like a smaller wave board, and I use this like all the time. And then I'm gonna try out these 2 boards, which I've never ever tried out before. This one is a 6'0". It's a pintail, and it's a bit longer. It's quite a bit longer than my main board, so it's almost like a step-up board for me for almost like a little bit bigger waves. So it'd almost be like a mini gun. And then over here, this is almost like a smaller wave board. It's like a hybrid fish quad setup. So it has 4 fins, and it's not a thruster, and this is more for smaller waves to keep your speed on smaller waves. And the waves are like medium right now. So these are the dimensions. This board is a 5'9", 19 and a half, and 2 1/8. This is a 5'4", 18 and a quarter, and 2 0.18. And this is a 6'0", 2 1/4, and 18 3/8. Okay, so first I'm gonna take out my main board, and about like 15 to 20 minutes.
There, what's it like out there?
There's so much current, and I swear, I was like paddling my hardest and kicking, trying to get to the spot, and every time I'd just be too far away.
Look, it's Michelle from Australia.
Hi! With my flip-flops.
So tell us, what are you doing down here in Costa Rica?
I'm just here to hang out. I'm here to surf in the beautiful warm waves and soak up some sunshine, because Adelaide right now, 10 degrees.
Right. And you're working with Shaka, right?
And I'm working with Shaka, doing a bit of volunteering, a bit of surf instructing, having a great time. That's it.
You have an Instagram account? You want to let people?
I do have an Instagram account. You can find me at surf_your_mind. Surf your mind. Let's go.
But on this one, it was really slow, so it was weird. Like on the wave, it felt a bit better, but then paddling and duck diving, it was really, really slow.
All right, last board. 1 leash, 3 surfboards. This would be a lot easier if we had 3 leashes, wouldn't it?
pretty fun session. One thing is I only had one leash, so I kept changing out the leashes on every board, which is a little bit of a time sink, but whatever, it was kind of fun. First, I went out on this board, which is like my main board, and it has more like it has a squash tail, and it's just a thruster. And this board is almost like, I can use it for like almost like all kinds of different waves. So if the waves are smaller, I can use this, and then if the waves are a little bit bigger, I can still use this. The second board that I took out was this surfboard. Let me pull it out. This is almost, thought it was gonna fall over. This tail is almost like a thumbtail combined with like a pintail. It's almost just like a wider pintail, a little bit wider than a normal, and then like a normal pintail. And this is like a 6.0. And on this board, I felt like when I was paddling, it was a bit slower compared to my normal board. But then when I was on the wave, it was a bit slower because it has a bit more rocker than other boards. But then when I was on the wave, I did a cutback. And I noticed that sometimes on my other boards, sometimes my board will slide out, but on this board, it like held its rail, and I'm not sure if it was like the fins or the tail or what it was about it, but I was able to hold my rail and come all the way back, and I didn't feel like I was gonna like slide out, which felt nice. And of course, since it is a bit of a bigger board, it was a little bit more difficult to duck dive, but it is a 6.0. So that's what I thought of this board. And in this board, this is a moontail. As you can see, it looks like a moon sorta. And this is a quad fin setup. So 4 fins, not a thruster, quad fin. And the first thing that I noticed on my first wave is I stood up and I started surfing, and all of a sudden I heard something going, ah! It sounded like someone like screaming in a really high-pitched voice. And I thought like someone was like in my way or like something was going on. And then I figured out that I remember some people have said that sometimes your fins can whistle, and then it happened again on the second wave, so I was like, that's definitely probably the fins. And so every time I started to get speed, it just sounded like someone was going, and the faster I'd go, the louder it'd get, which was really weird. And it is quad fin, so it does go a bit quicker, but it's definitely, I had to get used to it a bit because like it was weird, like I'm not used to it, so like when I can't do like really sharp turns, but you definitely have some more speed. So it was fun to try out some other boards, and this board was also a little bit more difficult to duck dive. And this was the first time that I surfed both of these boards, so I imagine if I surfed them more often and got more used to them, that I'd probably surf them better. So that is a wrap for today. It was pretty fun trying out a few different boards all in the same session, because sometimes if you do it like different days, the waves change, so it's good to do it on the same day. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe. See you guys next time.